So Batman is toxic. Welcome. As always, be sure that you go and follow me over at Twitter for all of those updates at Eric D. July. You can, of course, visit my website, ericdjuly.com as well. Stay up to date with all the podcasts and everything that I have going. Now, today we are going to be discussing some interesting comments by way of Tony Isabella. He is the creator of Black Lightning, who I've been on record saying is one of my more favorite characters. Now, he apparently believes, and he said in a recent Facebook post, that Batman is toxic in the sense that him being the center of the DC universe and being the center of DC, he seems to believe that this is a mistake and this sort of ruins the brand by making him the center of it. And this is weird because he also states that Batman was formerly his favorite character, or rather one of his more favorite characters. And to me, this stems from his previous frustrations. We talked about this on this channel, in which he didn't like the direction that DC was going with his character in Black Lightning when you consider the recent, or the current more so, Batman and the Outsiders run. Now, I disagreed with his assessment. It does not seem that Black Lightning is his little lackey or anything of that nature if you actually read it, but it seems maybe he wants Black Lightning more so pushed to the forefront. And again, I just thought it was a very weird assessment that he would say that, certainly when you consider the brand that is Batman. Now, look, I get it. If you have a character, you want to see him more developed. I get that sort of frustration, and that seems to be where this is coming from. Now, that doesn't mean that what he's saying makes sense. I'm one of the first ones that says, look, you put out too many books. I think DC is sort of going the direction that Marvel's going with Spider-Man, or has already went with Spider-Man, making him appear in everything, having too many books out and so forth. Hard to keep up. You don't really understand what's going on. You don't understand the current continuity with some of these characters. But that's a completely different argument than what he's making, because he's acting as a Batman is sort of overshadowing the other characters, again, ruining the universe. Now, that's where I disagree, because this is Batman. He is the universe in the sense that he's supposed to be the center of it. He's so recognizable. He's your flagship character. So you can't really be upset with the fact that they're going to prioritize him. But I do think that there does have to be some sort of balance, because you do want to see other characters maybe developed. You want to see other characters grow and so forth. And when you put out so many books, there's only enough manpower to go around. So if you put out so many books, that could be an issue. And maybe that, or those resources rather, aren't being dedicated to that character or to those characters. Now, if that was the argument that he was making, he certainly didn't put that in the Facebook post. And that's what makes this whole entire thing just seeming like he's jealous. And that's just weird that you be jealous of Batman, but it's more of a frustration. So maybe jealous isn't the proper term. Maybe it's just more of a frustration that, look, I have this character. I don't like the direction that you're going with the character with Batman and the Outsiders, and therefore Batman's toxic. Because you guys wanting to make him the center of you guys' universe gets in the way of developing other characters. Or it's a demotion. But every character is a demotion for the most part when you consider them appearing with Batman. So I don't agree with the overall assessment, and maybe he can come out with a little bit more clarification, because if the frustration is that there's too much Batman going around, I'd probably agree with that. But that's not the argument that he seems to be making. This more so is just a continuation of his previous frustration with the character development in Batman and the Outsiders. So he's mad that at that. So he's like, dude, I'm so sick of this. He's ruining the characters. They make him the center of the universe, but dude, it's Batman. It sort of comes with it when you understand DC. It's Batman, dude. It's your flagship, most recognizable character, one of the more interesting characters that have ever been developed, no matter what brand. You can consider all brands. It's Batman, dude. So We'll see. Maybe he comes out with some further like clarification, but it seems as it stands that he's just still sort of sour in the way the character is being handled in the current Batman and the Outsiders run. And that's his, right to sort of express those gripes, though I want to be clear that I did disagree with that assessment, because if you actually read it, it does not really feel as if he's just nothing more than a lackey. Black Lightning is much more than that.